Are you tired of all those life gain aggro decks out there? Do you wish you could just make them disappear? Well, I've got the deck for you today. It's called Not in My Swamp, and it's just like every other discard deck out there. It's got Inquisition of Kozilek, it's got Thoughtseize, it's got Liliana, it's got all of your favorites. But at the top end, as the ultimate threat, as our win condition, we do have Phyrexian Obliterator. Let's go! And Phyrexian Obliterator is going to be the way that we get across the finish line here. After we're done removing all of our creature stuff, we're just gonna punch face with this 5/5. And if they try to remove it, good on them. But if they try to remove it with damage, they're gonna have to sacrifice some permanents in response. And also, if like we get them down to that 5 life total and they have to block, they're gonna be sacrificing permanents anyways. So this is a great way to just like sweep everybody off the board. But Gurky, you say, there's all of those like reanimator decks that are playing stuff from the graveyard. How do we get rid of those? Well, we've got Hive of the Eye Tyrant. That's like a really top end way to do it. And it's also in our mana base, so that's really nice. And it also produces black mana, which will help with that Phyrexian Obliterator cost. But we've also got the Graveyard Trespasser, which if they want to even target it, they have to discard a card to begin with. Otherwise, the spell is just going to fizzle. So that's great on its own. When it enters or attacks, depending on if it's daybound or nightbound, they're either going to be exiling 1 card or 2 cards. And if those cards are creature cards, we're going to gain some life off of that, so that'll help us get across the finish line. With that, we also got Cling to Dust, so we can exile any card from a graveyard, and if it's a creature card, we gain 3 life. So that's great on its own. Only 3 copies of it, just because we have so many other important spells in the deck. We've got 2 copies of Liliana, we got Bitter Triumph and March of Wretched Sorrow for removal, Path of Peril to wipe away all those tokens, and then 2 Sign in Bloods to just break that parity line that we usually get with these discard decks. It's like we're discarding a card, they're discarding a card, and then we have to be able to like gain advantage off the top of that. We also have Castle Locthwain, so our hand's gonna probably be 0, so it's just 1 mana, pay 3 mana, pay 1 life, draw a card, and then hopefully that's an answer. Also, Mind Spike's in this deck, also to break that parity if they have no non-creature, non-land cards in hand. It's a mouthful just to say if they have non-creature spells in hand, they're going to be revealed. But if they can't discard a card this way, then we're going to draw a card. Normally we would just lose the 2 life, but in this case we can draw a card. We can break that parity just by casting Mind Spike. So that's another good way to draw cards in this deck, and it goes with the discard theme. So without further ado, let's get into some games. All right, just like every first game of the day, we are gonna guess based off the avatar what they're playing. Is Garrick. It's gonna be some like green deck. Maybe it's green-black. This is a very interesting hand for sure. We are gonna make them discard, and then we can play Cling to Dust to get rid of an additional card. I think we do keep this. We got the 4 swamps, so we can do Phyrexian Obliterator. If we top deck any more lands, though, that's the problem. So I think I will send this back. I did want to keep that, but I am going to send it back. We've got a similar hand here. We got the Sign in Blood, Bitter Triumph. I think we'll just pitch a land here because there are 25 sources in the deck. Aether Hub, okay. Okay. Ooh, he's an energy-based deck. Got all the energy in the world. We got the other Sign in Blood. Although I like it, this is a lot. Okay, so this gives them hexproof. Oh, they're going for like some like one hit combo here. So I think I will get rid of a Blossoming Defense. This Teamer Battle Rage does make me scared. Okay, we got Amped Raptor into another threat here, possibly. No, it's going to be Galvanic Discharge. So they're going to just get a bunch of sources here. Okay. I think what we do is we just get rid of it. We are going to do it by discarding a card, not paying the 3 life. We've got 2 Sign in Blood, so I feel like just discarding 1 would be fine. What we don't want to do is we don't want to get too close to range, and then we have a huge problem. Okay. We are very close to Phyrexian Obliterator. They have no creatures, so Path of Peril doesn't really make sense. Ooh, we do pick up another Inquisition of Kozilek here, so we can get rid of probably the Blossoming Defense, just because it pumps more. No, I was saying Temur Sabertooth was a big deal here, right? Right. Well, this gives it hexproof, but we have the Path of Peril, so if they do play a creature here, we can just go Snow-Covered Swamp. And you guys might be thinking, Noah, why do you have Snow-Covered Swamps? I was just feeling special. I was just feeling really special here. Got all of this energy. All of this energy and nothing to do with it. Okay, we do have single target removal here. And the Path of Peril. So we could do X is equal to 0 and see if they actually like make the mistake. No, we'll just cast a Path of Peril. We could cast the Phyrexian Obliterator here, but I'd rather just get them off of as much as possible. They do have to pay an energy to get more mana. Okay. Now that the path seems clear, we will cast a Phyrexian Obliterator. They can Galvanic Discharge, but then they're sacrificing all of their lands. And this is why we punish the aggro decks, because they can't actually get through this now without it being a huge problem. What the heck? Oh, he's just getting more energy. I see. He's got a lot of energy here. I think we'll just do X is equal to 1 here. We'll see if they respond with a Blossoming Defense. They kind of need it to survive, right? Blossoming Defense. We'll do another one, X is equal to 1. In response. Zoop. Everything goes bye-bye. Bye-bye. Have a great time. So we know what one of their cards in hand is. We don't know what the other one is, and that's scary for sure. Because they could just, out of nowhere, give it haste. Yeah, we got another Phyrexian Obliterator here. Okay. You just keep smacking face. That is the win condition, is just smack face. Now, if they do try to... Well, that just gets you closer to death, my guy. Gonna target that. Yeah, you can't... You have a ton of energy here. But it doesn't have trample, right? Yeah, it doesn't have trample. Oh, now it's got trample. Oh, so stupid, dude. So dumb. If I had two things here, gosh. That's actually kind of cool, though. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool that that's like the way that I go out. Yeah, sacrifice permanents. I mean, they were on some green strategy there, but man, that was a really close game. If this guy didn't get that exact card, which we had been like stripping their hand the entire time, if he didn't get that exact card and I was able to like do something about it, then this would have been GG's. But you can't really stop energy from like accumulating in their pool. And if you could stop energy from like accumulating in your pool, you probably wouldn't want to do that anyways. So yeah, there wasn't much we could do about that unless we were like racing them faster. I guess we could have gotten the Phyrexian Obliterator down a turn earlier, but anywho. I like the 2 Sorrows plus Path of Peril here, because they're probably on aggro just based off of the Gigantha. So, and we get to go first here. They're probably gonna play a haster, a hasty boy. Play do we play an Inquisition of Kozilek? Or do we just like eliminate the target from the board? Probably play the Inquisition of Kozilek here. Yeah, we want to get rid of, that's so stupid. I'm just like, oh, I don't want to deal with that. Cause he's definitely going to like equip that to one of his dudes, but we'll get rid of the card draw because the card draw is like the most important part here. We'll play Path of Peril next, but we're gonna get smacked for a ton of damage here potentially. Like if he plays a land plus like the Reckless Charge, maybe he plays Dude plus Reckless Charge, like the Sage. Yeah, that seems to be what he's doing here. That's okay with me. Like, yeah, it's a lot of damage here, but then he's just completely off his creatures for an entire turn. Yeah. I'll trade 8 life total points and then wipe your board. Yeah, yeet. This is why Path of Peril is really nice, because these aggro decks just instantly get shut off. March of Otherworldly Sorrow plus the Cling to Dust. We'll keep both of those up. If he plays a dude here, that's fine. All right. Yep, you're gonna attach that. Okay, part of me is like, I could get rid of the Cling to Dust. Ooh, okay. We got a Phyrexian Obliterator here. This is really good for us. 1, 2, 3. Take your hand and come with me. Shibuya. That just gives you +2. Oh, shoot. Does that do more? Like the monster roll token gives it +1, right? It's so stupid, dude. I should have like, I wish it gave the tooltip on it, because like there's not enough info just like right there. Yeah. Smack me for a ton more damage because I'm getting punished. I think we do this, and then we keep up 1 for March of Otherworldly Sorrow here. And then we could also like exile a card from the graveyard. So there's a couple of different options here. Yeah, he's going to start drawing cards. This gets him off the Gigantha at least. But I don't know what he could potentially have here. Okay. I am going to go ahead and exile a creature card, which is kind of against what I want to do, but I need to gain some life. I need to get out of range here. Okay. We won't make the same mistake twice. So, oh wait, no, we can do X is equal to 5 actually. Because when we discard this, yeah, we just want to get as much life as possible. And then we've also got enough for like a Cling to Dust. Surveilling. That's good. We're pretty close on life totals now. Hopefully this is a dude on the ground. Do you gonna pay for the Gigantha? That'd be really good for us. No. Flame of Honor. See, that's also why we wanted to get rid of Flame of Honor. I think this is our opening for Phyrexian Obliterator. This is the one time. So if he plays a dude on the ground, that's fine. He's probably gonna play a dude in the air. We might need to draw with Cling to Dust. Oh, it's the dude on the ground. This is good. This is good. You can do whatever you'd like. That's fine. I think we do Cling to Dust for a dude. Just because we do have the Castle Locthwain in hand. So I kind of want to swing in. He's low enough, right? Oh, this is such a tough call to make. Because he could just buff the dude out of nowhere. But this is our win condition, right? So we've got to go in. We've got to go in. We'll hold up Cling to Dust. Now, there was something to like targeting myself, getting rid of this, and then doing Castle Locthwain when we can. Ooh, he's going for an answer. He's got to make 14. He's got to make it 14 power, which isn't going to be difficult because it's got prowess. Oh gosh, dude, are you kidding me? Okay. You gotta hold back blockers. Otherwise, you're just dead. You're just dead on arrival. Oh my goodness, this guy. He's got such big cojones. Little does he know, I will just gain 3 life. Yep, and you don't have enough to stop me. We'll just make sure for certain. Yeet. Go ahead and block, buddy. Go ahead and block. What are you doing? Why are you going in like that? No triggers. That's one against aggro. Did you have fun? I won the game. Of course I had fun. Our opponent is on the play first. We've got the tools against the aggro, and we can strip away 1 card for the Graveyard Trespasser. I think I like this. As long as we don't draw more of our lands, we should be good. This guy's on mono white. Collected company, of course. I think we can destroy everything with Path of Peril. So we're gonna go ahead and strip these 2 cards first. Yes, get rid of that. This is a spirit. So we'll see what they do here. Okay. Now I can destroy everything, or I can rip another card out of their hand. I think we rip a card out of their hand. I don't like that. Let's get rid of that card. Okay, so Path of Peril. They drew a land. This is good. This is really good. So they look like they're about to win, yes. But then we do this number. Kablooey. Their whole hand gone. Their whole board destroyed. Ocelot. That's not going to be good enough, buddy. That is not going to be good enough. Okay, so we're going to get rid of the biggest threat first. And then we'll just start going at it. Oh my gosh, dude. Hey, I'm going to get Static Prison up. What? Dude, you were just about to start rolling me. Why did you concede? Oh, he can't discard a card. He can't discard a card. I forgot the reason I put this in the deck. It's got Ward discard a card, and he had no cards left. So he just played Static Prison. He's like, I got his ass. He didn't. See, this is why reading the card, explaining the card exists, because you don't want that to happen to you. Or your opponent's just like playing something you don't know about. Oh gosh. We've got the true off your rails combo here. Okay. There's so many things that I don't know what to do, but I need to get rid of one of these cards. Because I can't actually interact with these. So I think what I need to do is, he's gonna be able to play this or like the Mind Stones. Let's get rid of the One Ring for sure. Probably gonna get rid of Cloud Key next. Part of me wants to draw 2 cards here as well, just so that I have something to do, but I need to be able to stop them because dude's playing eggs, man. This is very annoying indeed. He has to get more mana if I do this, and then do this, and then get rid of the One Ring. This is probably the correct play. So we did draw cards off of that. The Path of Peril is kind of stupid now because they can just like spam out a bunch of cards here, and he's gonna be able to combo at some point. It's just a matter of like stopping him before he can combo. Meaning I need to get to like my Phyrexian Obliterator as fast as possible. Which is part of the reason why I wanted to do Sign in Blood last turn. Of course, Classic Eggs player. I'm gonna spend as much time as possible. All right. Yeah, none of this is useful. We do need to just get the Phyrexian Obliterator threat as soon as we can. Buried Ruin, we might be able to do Field of Ruin, and he might not have an answer. Okay, well, we've got our threat here. Okay, so if we do this, 2 mana, so we have to play this out first. We'll exile as much as we can. Now the Buried Ruin doesn't really do much. But at any point he could just have the means of comboing. So I think we will just do the Snow-Covered Swamp into Hive of the Eye Tyrant. And we're just gonna put on as much pressure as possible every single turn. Because unless we're playing a Phyrexian Obliterator, there's not anything, not anything that's more important than that. Is he going now? Not quite yet, but he is incredibly close. The Anvil gets him very close. That's why I exiled the Anvil originally. So yeah, like Field of Ruin doesn't really do much. We are just going to punch face. We're not casting a spell either right now. So yeah, just getting him closer and closer to death every single turn is going to be crucial here. I don't think exiling cards, target creature doesn't untap. But it's not going to be a creature, so I don't know how this interaction works. Is the land not going to untap? I don't think the land is going to untap. Which is, it's kind of important that that's the case. So, he's only got 1 card in hand, but these decks are known to just, like, combo off instantly out of nowhere. Like as soon as they get the card that they need, they just cycle through their deck super quickly. He doesn't seem to be getting there quite yet. Cloud Key. Okay, so now all of his spells cost 4 less to cast. If he has it in hand, it's free. I just don't remember what the card is. What is it, the Forge? You have to discard a card, buddy. That's 1 less card that you have. So, but he doesn't seem to have it because his actions are indicating that he doesn't have the card that he needs to start. Okay. Cast 2 spells this turn. Let's see. If I do this, make him sacrifice a land. I mean, all of his stuff costs like 0, but I think we get rid of some colored mana here. That could be the difference. And then we can Liliana, and we can start discarding cards so then we can actually cast like a Cling to Dust. And we can start getting some advantage here. Path of Peril is pointless right now. Start off with that. And our dude is 3 mana here. Oh, that's more colored sources. Don't like that. This here Is this your time to shine? We have to get him to a low enough life total that if he has to like exile stuff with the forge. Oh shoot, dude. If he buried ruins here, that's actually a misplay because we'll just make him discard. Yeah, I don't think you can cast. No, you can cast that, but then you're gonna draw a card. Oh, is he starting now? Oh my gosh, dude, if he goes off and he wins the, oh my gosh, he might actually win this one. There's the forge, what the heck, dude? This is what I'm talking about. It's just out of nowhere, win the game. Oh my goodness. It's gonna exile the top card. It's a land, and then he just goes off from here. No, no, he doesn't. Okay, good. This is good for us. Okay, let's discard a card here.
I'm tired of your secrets.
I think we just need to exile with Hive of the Eye Tyrant and just punch face as many times as possible. So we want to get rid of the cards that help him draw and like lock us out of the game. So we will do it like, well, this helps him draw. He's already got enough draw. Exile this, exile that. He does have the sleep darts, which is so annoying. Is absolutely annoying. That just helps him like stabilize every turn. Can he? Well, he can sleep dart, but yeah, okay, here he goes now. He's gonna sleep dart. This is one of my qualms with the eggs deck, is it just like makes it super slow. I watched a video on it recently. Yeah, here we go. Got another Aetherflux Reservoir would be good here, or the Mystic Forge. He has a very high chance of just like going off and winning this game out of nowhere. But if we keep punching face, he's less likely to have the answer here. That was a super fun and interactive game. I'm probably gonna speed that one up because it's just so boring to watch the opponent on their turn. Actually, I'm not gonna get rid of that one game. I'm not gonna speed up that game because I had to sit through it and you're gonna have to sit through it too. So, but yeah, I probably could have gotten rid of the buried ruins now that I think about it, but you know, hindsight is 2020. Anywho, yeah, no, that wasn't a misplay. Now that I think about it, that wasn't a misplay because I wanted to get him off the colored mana. That made the most sense. Okay. I don't have any way to discard immediately, but I do have like the March plus like the Bitter Triumph. I've got a lot of stuff to interact with their graveyard here and their hand. So we'll do that. We can play with the graveyard. We can play with the hand. We can play with the board full of creatures. So we've got multiple ways to deal with stuff. Hey, is it mono red? It is not. Okay. What do we get rid of here? Probably the Ocelot, at least one of the Ocelots here. Okay, this is good. I don't want to Cling to Dust yet. So I want to wait for a non-creature spell here. And we will do Liliana.
This fight finished before Brunt. You won't be outsmarted.
And also, like, this play allows me to, like, play 2 removal spells, play this snow-covered land, and then if I get another land, then that is fine too. We can also just, like, nuke this. We don't want to do it like that, maybe. Let's go here. We're gonna lose a lot of life fairly quickly here. Okay, Ocelot's gone. Then we can, well, we'll never be able to actually, like, properly use March of Wretched Sorrow. Yep. Hit it for 1. And then we can't really minus here because we need to keep this removal. All right. Now we can discard. We do want to keep Liliana healthy here. And also this just keeps feeding the Cling to Dust as well. Can't do Hive of the Eye Tyrant. That was kind of the annoying part. Yep, we're gonna channel. That's fine. They can swing in, then kill Liliana here. So I am going to delete 1 off the board, taking 3. That's fine. Because this will leave Liliana at 1, and that is muy good. Very, very good.
You picked a fight with the wrong necromancer.
Yup, you swing in here.
You couldn't be more annoying.
Let's see, if I make him sacrifice 1, that's good, but we'll draw first and see what we get. Draw first, see what we get. Ooh, okay. Well, this shows us more info, so we'll do that. It's a creature. This is really good for us. Then Mind Spike will tell us. Nope, it's a portable hole. And then we'll just make him sacrifice this 1/1 because we got the Path of Peril. Even though like Liliana goes bye-bye, we want to remove everything from the board that's possible, and we would have to discard Path of Peril in order to do so. We want more creatures on the board. That's why I'm doing this. Get rid of that. That seems annoying. Also, we'll get him more in range here, and then we'll do Path of Peril. If he doesn't play any creatures, that's fine too. It's just a 1/1 swinging in every single turn. So we can race him like this, I think. We'll get rid of the portable hole. It's the only thing that can really like mess us up if he like reanimates it from the graveyard. We will have to cast this Cling to Dust soon, or like the Path of Peril plus Cling to Dust. Why is he holding cards in hand? That's super weird. Make him sacrifice this. We just don't want to get too close to death. Yup. Kablooey. Do Cling to Dust at the last possible moment. Yep, this might be GG's because he waited so long. Although we are at a healthy enough life total here.
Where shall we hunt today?
He's gonna sack that, make another 2/2, and then ping me. But it's gonna be at 3, and he has to produce 2 lockers here actually. So if he produces another one, then it is GG's. But this, ooh, we are, we are getting close, aren't we? Yeah, you can't block this, so this Ajani is gonna go bye-bye. I mean, I suppose he could have some other form of interaction here. Like Galvanic Discharge would do it. Looks like he does have Galvanic Discharge in hand. Yep. We will have the Graveyard Trespasser, which was like another thought of mine, is like play that. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be there in time.
More join our cause.
I don't think I'm gonna get there in time to survive this. Actually, Cling to Dust helps out. So we'll get very close. If he tries to go face with this, then Cling to Dust will get me across. That's another guy to souls. I wish I had some more removal. So he could just fly over the top. He's gonna get another creature here.
Into the fray.
Do the Grave Trespasser. You have to discard a card, bud. Okay, and then we get rid of the Ocelot. This is just kind of our last ditch effort before we lose here. Yeah, because he's got the ability to go over top here. He's gonna make one dude into a 3/4. And now he's got, yeah, I don't think I've got this. Get rid of that land. That's the only non-basic he has. And I don't have enough for Cling to Dust, so that is gonna be GG's. All right, time to go to what I would do differently. I don't think it's much, but there might be more. There's not much. It is true. There is not much that I would make different about this deck. However, the Lilianas are like in a weird spot in this deck because I'm ending up discarding a lot of like important cards like a Phyrexian Obliterator, or I'm discarding the Grave Trespasser, which are the win conditions of the deck. And we've already got enough ways to like make our opponent discard. There comes a point in time where like your opponent has just 0 cards in hand and they're either gonna top deck something and like play it, or they're gonna top deck like draw more cards and then they're gonna draw cards and play those cards immediately. So you get into this pattern of like, okay, discard, discard, discard. Okay, now what do I do? So what I would probably do is I'd end up probably cutting like the Lilianas, add one more Sign in Blood just so that we have like that more consistent like parity break. And then adding like one more like spot removal piece, or even maybe like another Path of Peril, just so that I have more cards that can interact with the board. Another thing to think about is this piece of removal right here. See, with Feed the Swarm, we don't just target a creature, we also target enchantments. Granted, we are gonna be paying life into this, and there's not a lot of life gain already like enabled in the deck itself. So it just gives you a wider range for you to like, hey, I'm gonna like kill that thing and then it's gonna be gone. So with mono black, it's really hard to find those like spot removal pieces that interact with multiple different archetypes, but this helps widen your range a little bit. And if you have just 2 copies in your deck, I think that's totally fine. It's when you get into like more and more copies that you're like, hey, I gotta Feed the Swarm, but I don't have the life to like pay into that one thing. You're not paying into it, you're just gonna lose the life. So like potentially you could be at like 6 life, kill a 6-mana enchantment, and then you're toast. So yeah, with not a lot of ways to gain life in this deck, I mean, we have a decent amount with the Cling to Dust, as long as we're targeting a creature. If they're not a creature-based deck, we can't gain life off of this reliably. We've got March of Otherworldly Sorrow, as we saw in that last game. If they've got Goblin Bombardment, this just like automatically gets shut off unless you're targeting their Ajani Planeswalker for some reason. And then with the Graveyard Trespasser, it's the same deal. They have to have creatures to exile in order for you to gain that life. So you can't reliably gain life in this deck. You're just going to be losing a ton of life, and then you want to get to that Phyrexian Obliterator as quickly as possible. So, but yeah, that's the deck. I really enjoy playing this. I just love discarding cards. I love getting the advantage of like, hey, I see what you're trying to do here, and I know how to combat it with my cards. So yeah, just being able to kind of see the future with discard is it's quite fun to play. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on ladder, and I'll see you in the next video.